Hello everyone, welcome to the next class of management accounting. So last class we have solved a working capital based question, okay, and I hope now you have understood. So, and before that also we have seen that to solve the or to prepare the fund flow statement, we need to first prepare the statement which is going to show the changes in working capital, and then in the second step we need to prepare fund from operation. We need to actually calculate fund from operation. Okay, so today we'll start that again. Last class also we have solved one fund from operation question. Okay, so today one more question where again we are going to, or we will try to calculate fund from operation only. And I hope your study operations are going on. You have started your studies. Okay, and if in every videos if I am saying that start your studies or you have started your studies, if it is irritating, then you can use the forward buttons. Okay, now again as I've told, we will have the fund from operation. Okay, and sorry for the confusion, this is actually first class where we are going to calculate fund from operation. Okay, so to calculate fund from operation we have three methods: direct method, and then adjusted profit and loss account method, and then add back method. So in further classes we'll check direct method. Okay, and now I am going to follow the last one, that is your add back method. Okay, now the question arises, why we need to calculate fund from operations. Okay, so actually we have to calculate the funds which are generated from the operating activities of business and not from the investing or financing activities of the business, so that we can have the exact clear idea how much fund got generated or where and all fund got utilized in this particular period. Okay, so we are focusing only towards the fund, okay, which is going to impact your working capitals. Fine. So next, even in the PDF notes also I have sent you how to prepare the format. Okay, statement of fund from operation, we will have the actually three columns. One will be particular, and for amount we'll have the two column. One is going to be your inner column and one is going to be your outer column. And always the calculation of fund from operation starts with the net profit. Okay, net profit, because profit is very important source of fund in any business, or even we can say in fact profit from the operation is the only item of source which is generated by the internal source. Okay, that is your operations of business activities. Fine. So, and as we know, whatever the net profit is shown by the profit and loss account is not always going to be correct representation of the amount fund from business operation. Reason is what? Because whatever appear in your profit and loss account, okay, it's not necessary that each and every item involve payment in cash. Please listen here clearly. It's not necessary that whatever items we have appeared in profit and loss account to calculate our net profit, okay, not necessary that those all expenses, those all losses involve any payment in terms of cash. That means those are your non-cash items. Getting it? Non-cash items like depreciation. Every year we have to deduct the depreciation, but you also know very well and I also know very well that depreciation we never used to pay in terms of cash to any party. Okay, it's just we are going to show in our books. Okay, same way, return of goodwill. Goodwill is your fictitious asset. Okay, so definitely just we used to value it and keep it, or we used to show it in our books. Okay, so if we are going to say that last year our goodwill was 5,000 worth rupees 5,000 and this time 2,500, so it doesn't mean that 2,500 a difference amount you have paid to anyone or you have lost, okay, exactly in terms of cash. No. Okay, same way your preliminary expenses, that is again your fictitious asset. okay, before the incorporation of companies, like your legal formalities cost, maybe it is, okay. So those things every year we used to try to write it off, okay. So there are some items which we are not going to pay exactly in terms of cash, okay, which are known as your non-cash items, okay, which we used to include in profit and loss account. Whenever we prepare your very nicely trading profit and loss account, in that account we used to add these items. Depreciation, definitely a simple term of a very simple example of your non-cash. And I hope you remember, in your profit and loss account we used to take the depreciation, but that is a non-cash. And because of that, it happens that whatever net profit we get from the profit and loss account, it is not going to always correctly represent the amount of fund from business operation, okay. Similar way, one more item is there, okay. There are some items which are not going to affect working capital, okay, which will not have any effect on the working capital. So those types of items known as your non-fund or non-operating items, okay. So two things you have to understand here, one is your non-cash and another is your non-operating, okay. Because which are the items, okay, in the given question we have, which are in nature of non-cash and which are in nature of non-operating, all these items we have to adjust, okay, in the given net profit to calculate fund from business operation. Clear? Now just check your this format, okay, where very first it is written net profit after tax for the year, okay. So now in some questions you will have the net profit given directly, okay, or somewhere you will have the balance sheet, then in that case just go for the difference between closing and opening balance of the profit and loss account, okay. Difference between the closing and opening balance of the profit and loss account. Fine. Now to that amount, okay, to that net profit, we are going to add back, and that's why we used to say that this method is a add back method, okay. We are going to add back the items, okay, which are in nature of non-cash, okay. Non-cash, that means actual terms, exactly in terms of cash you are not doing that transaction, okay, just you're showing it in your books. Fine. And those items which are in nature of non-fund or non-operating, which are not going to have any effect on the working capital. So in that nature, that is non-cash and non-fund, whatever expenses and losses is given in that question, we are going to add back those items in the net profit. It may be, some examples are given here, it may be depreciation, it may be loss on sale of fixed assets, it may be interest on debentures. The depreciation is your non-cash, loss on sale of fixed asset is your non-operating, interest on debenture non-operating, goodwill written off non-cash, okay. Then provision for tax non-cash, then proposed dividend non-cash, interim dividend again non-operating or non-fund, okay. So those all items we are going to add back into the net profit, and after that we have to deduct, okay, same nature, non-cash and non-operating or non-fund, but here it will come incomes or gains, okay. We have to add back expenses and losses which are in nature of non-cash and non-fund, and we have to deduct your income and gains in nature of non-cash and non-fund, okay. So some examples for that also: interest on investment, definitely non-operating; dividend received, non-operating; profit on sale of fixed asset, non-operating, okay. So those all items we are going to deduct here, and after that addition and deduction, what final amount we are going to get, that will be known as your net fund flow from operation. Clear? Now we will move towards a problem, and definitely for that we'll check the solution also, okay. I hope that topic is clear for you, okay. Now here, and yes, here one more thing I want to mention. in operating activities, just now I told you non-operating, but in operating activities, just keep in your mind, because when we will solve the direct method, or when we'll use the direct method to calculate the fund from operation, then we should knowing these all things. Okay, operating activities relate directly to the business, okay, providing its goods to the market, okay, and it include manufacturing, distributing, marketing and selling. Okay, it include manufacturing, distributing, marketing and selling. Okay, so now coming to your this given question, where we have, and these type of questions you get for 5 marks in your SEM exams. Okay, and happening of SEM exam, we don't know anything, but definitely study in our hand. Okay, so keep studying. So now the question is, during the year 2019, ABC Limited earned a profit of rupees 1,85,720 after adjusting the following. Okay, so they had the profit of 1,85,720, and in that, to calculate that net profit, in your profit and loss account, they have considered these following items. So now out of these following items, we have to find out which are non-cash and which are non-operating items, and then we have to decide whether we are going to add it back or whether we are going to deduct it from the given profit. Okay, so if we are going to check out very quickly that which are the items, provision for bad debts, it's here. Okay, and I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, we got the first item, okay, which actually used to have the impact on your working capital. Okay, provision for bad debts decrease the net working capital, and that's why we are not going to take it into consideration while calculating fund from operation. Clear? Now checking the next, salaries. Salaries, your direct expense. Okay, so again, that also we are not going to take into consideration while calculating fund from operation under the add back method. Okay, then next we have depreciation, non-cash item, so definitely we have to take into the consideration, we have to add back the depreciation amount in your profit, given profit. Okay, then next, profit on sale of fixed assets, so this is your non-operating profit, so we have to deduct it, okay, from the given profit. Next, discount on debentures written off, so this is again your non-operating, so we have to add back. Then loss on sale of investment, again the non-operating, so we have to add back. Then next is your preliminary expenses written off, this is again a non-cash, okay, so we have to add back. And then we have transfer to debenture redemption fund, okay, so this is again a non-operating, so we have to add back. And then dividend received, it is a non-operating income or gain, so we have to deduct while calculating fund from operation. So now let's check the solution format here, very clear, particular, amount inner column and then amount outer column. So very first, as I have told you, very first we are going to consider the net profit, okay, taking the net profit and writing the amount in your outer column, and in this we have to add back non-cash and non-operating or non-fund expenses or losses. Okay, so just now in the question we have discussed which were all your non-cash and non-operating, so I hope you have marked it. Okay, so we have a depreciation, we have a discount on debentures, we have a loss on investment, we have a preliminary expenses, we have a proposed dividend, and we have a debentures redemption fund. So amount of all those, make a total and write it in your outer column, which is your 1,15,300. So now I'm going to make a total of both, that is net profit and the non-cash and non-operating expenses or losses. So it is going to give us the total amount of 3,01,020. Now in this we have to deduct all the items which are in nature of non-cash and non-operating or non-fund, but which are incomes and gains. So we have checked now, just with the question we had the two such type of income or gains which were not in the nature of operating or cash one, okay, which were in the nature of non-cash and non-operating. That is profit on sale of fixed asset, non-operating, dividend received, non-operating, making a total of both, that is 18,500 in your outer column, and then the deducting that from your 3,01,020, and finally we are going to get the amount of 2,82,520, and this will be our fund from operation. Now, in anywhere, in case you are going to get the final amount in your negative terms, then you have to denote it as a fund lost in operation. Getting it? Fund lost in operation. Fine. Now, somewhere in question maybe you will have the net loss, okay, so it's not necessary that it is going to denote that loss from the operation also, okay. So not now, I don't want to confuse you now here. In next further classes we'll solve that problem also, where we used to have the, or where we'll have the loss, so how to work out with that, that also we'll check out. So right now just go with this question solution method, that is your add back method, and I hope you will understand. So as usual, problem solved. So thank you, have a nice day, enjoy.